Hey guys, welcome to another Let's Play video of mine. As you can tell on the screen, by the music, by the title, and everything in between, we are back to playing some more Sounds of Her Love. As you guys will probably remember, last time we left off on this game is we just had our first few runs in with I know her name's pronounced Carrie, or something like that, but I call her Siri. I'm sorry, developer of this game. If you see this, I apologize. That's just how I pronounce her name. And anyone else that might have. But I call her Siri, but we just had our first few runs in with Siri, and we are about to, I think you actually pronounce her name Kiri. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I call her Siri, but we've had our first few runs in with her, and we're becoming fast friends, and my character already, well, to put it bluntly, thinks she's kind of hot. So we'll see how that develops and how that continues. But without any further ado, let's dive into the game and continue where we last left off. So let's go. Alright. A breeze rustles my coat as I approach the school gates. In contrast with yesterday, I'm already fucking up words already. I'm actually here right at... dear God. Here at the right time. The sounds and sights of other students fill my mind as I move swiftly to get to homeroom. The mornings this time of year are very cold, but I expected it to be a lot warmer this far south. Dispelling the idle thoughts in my head, one thing is missing. The presence of Siri. I kind of walked to school with her yesterday, so I thought I'd see her here again today. Though, I guess for her, it wasn't a mistake that she came so early. She told me to meet her at lunch so she could give me a book, didn't she? That sure is something to look forward to. My timetable lessons don't look very promising, so it'll give me something to think about, until then. The dog just farted. Holy crap. The half-full classroom is split between those enthralled to begin lessons and those apathetic slackers who just want to get it over with. I sit at my desk and join the latter group. Dust shimmers as sunlight enters through the windows. One by one, more students enter the class as the clock on the wall creeps towards 8 o'clock. My mind wanders onto the thought of Siri once more. Where am I supposed to find her when the lunch bell rings? The most reasonable place would be the cafeteria. That's where I found her yesterday. Or maybe not. I doubt she'd be comfortable giving me a present in front of a crowd of people, even if it's just a book. I lean against the chair as I typically would, and slowly watch the clock spin and spin as lessons go by, waiting for the lunch bell to arrive. Stretching my arms, I look up at the clock to check if the sound I just heard wasn't a hallucination. I don't have schizophrenia, as far as I'm aware. People are definitely getting up and leaving the classroom, likely heading toward the cafeteria. Some stay behind. I guess various Japanese high school customs still stick, even in a foreign school. The curriculum may be different, but the attitude of the students certainly isn't. Standing up, I trail behind everyone else. God, I would love to go to Japan. Everyone else to leave the room. Looks like I'm the last person to leave. The corridor isn't the only thing that greets me as I step outside. She's probably out there waiting for him.
Here you go.
There's the book.
I promised to give it to you.
Before me stands Siri, basking in the sunlight. A book is held out in her hands and practically shoved into my chest. Just like that, straight out of a fucking anime. Her face is red, apt from the situation. I'm pretty sure mine is too. The blossom of embarrassment on her cheeks is a cute sight. She seems to be reluctant to make eye contact, though. Dear God, you don't have to zoom in that far. It's only better for me as I get to look at the... Wait, there. It's only better for me as I get to look at the glint of my own reflection in her amber eyes. Thanks. The book itself is fairly worn. Judging by the condition of the pages, she must have read this quite a few times. I'm only borrowing it, so she probably wants to read it again in the future.
You're welcome. It's one of my favorites, so I hope you enjoy it.
She lightly exclaims the fact, and I take the book from her. The title is embroidered on the cover, as opposed to the fancy design or a sleeve. It's fairly old print. Despite the blemishes, she seems to have taken quite good care of it. Once again, I look at Ciri's cute profile. She still holds a blush, which suits her, all too well. The adorable trait, that's it, an adorable trait of hers. I apologize, guys, if throughout the video today I do burp. I've been drinking a lot of pop today. I know, it's the healthiest thing for me. I get enough of that kind of talk from my brother and my sister-in-law. But, so if I burp a lot during this video, I apologize. Her breath is still ragged with nervousness. I watch her chest, something you probably shouldn't do, move inwards and out as she regains control of her breathing, though I quickly look away after I realized how perverse the action is. My point. How about we go get some lunch then? We can't keep standing around here. I slip the book into my bag carefully and invite Ciri to join me for lunch.
Sure. I'd love to.
I believe I told the creator of this game on Twitter the first time I played this game back on my old channel. I believe I told her this on Twitter, but I'll say it again. I love the freaking art style. You did an amazing job. And after I'm done with this and the DLC for this, I cannot wait to play it. And of course I'm going to play it here on the channel, obviously. I cannot wait to play the new visual novel game he came out with, where she actually makes a guest appearance. Ciri slightly jitters as we both head down the corridor towards the cafeteria, as I spend my second lunch break of the week with her. Not that you're going to complain. No doubt I can get used to this, though I feel as if I already am. Noise resonates through the walls of my room as I hear my sister blasting some foreign pop music, all while speaking with her friend on the phone. I would go in there and tell her to quiet down, but I'm too lazy to do so. Sounds a lot like me. After enjoying a nice lunch break with Ciri, despite neither of us really saying anything, the remaining classes were rather dull and uninteresting. The only thing that really kept me going was the thought of Ciri, as dodgy as that sounds. I look to the right. Beside me sits the book Ciri gave to me earlier. Reading it now will give me something to do, but I don't think I can but I don't think I can make it that far into it. It's quite late, and I still have some work left to do, though I'm reminded of Ciri's flustered face as she presented it to me. It really meant a lot to her. Giving it a read couldn't hurt, could it? Of course read the book. The book is fairly thin, so it'll take... Wait. The book is fairly thin, though it'd still take me until tomorrow night at the earliest to finish it. That's if I can read it fast enough. Though, if Ciri asks me about it tomorrow, at least I have something to talk to her about. Exactly. And it almost, in a way, if I would have clicked on, skim through it, it almost would have been almost, not literal, obviously, but metaphorical spit in her face, considering how much she loved that book, and the fact that she gave it to us. If I just skimmed through it or didn't read it at all. Yeah, okay. Grasping the book, I open the cover and begin reading reading it page by page. The theme of this is quite apparent, even before the end of the first chapter. It's a love story. The book suits Siri pretty well. It would have been weird if the book was a sci-fi novel or something absurd like a guide on dog grooming. Does she even have a dog? I don't know. Soon enough, I find myself at the end of the second chapter. So far, it's been fairly interesting. Definitely something different from what I'm expecting from a love story. I should probably make a few mental notes of what I've read so far, just to give me something to talk about. She doesn't really converse that much. I want to talk to her more. I set the book down beside me where I once sat. My body twists as I slip up out of the space between the chair and my desk. For once, I should probably get to dinner early. The path, I guess is the next day. The path to school has now become quite familiar, now that I've had 2 weeks to remember it. A mild gust blows leaves across along the pavement, and I watch them get tossed around without direction. Just as I'm about to cross the street, Taco! Just as I stand to cross the street, I feel a dainty tap on my shoulder. Wait, I read that right. On my shoulder. Ta-da! Looking to my side, the person I've been wanting to see the most recently stands before my eyes, a sight to behold.
Good morning.
Siri greets me, her lips curling up slightly into a delicate smile. Morning, Siri. As the light turns green, we both walk harmoniously. I probably butchered that. Across. It's not really a surprise to me to meet Siri here. I'm pretty sure she did share part of the walk to school with me. This is where I first met her, after all. So, how are you doing today, Siri? I throw a question out to try and make conversation. I enjoy being with her, but getting her to speak up more would make the experience a lot better.
I'm good. Thank you. What about you?
I'm good as well. Siri smiles at my answer. I guess knowing that your friends are in good spirit is a happy thought. As I take occasional glances to my side, I seem to notice Siri shyly looking in my direction from time to time as well. She turns her head whenever I spot her. Does she want to ask me something? Anything on your mind? Yep. It seems I have caught her off guard.
I wanted to know. Can I walk to school with you more often?
She wants to walk to school with me? The question is pretty bold for her, but I oblige. Sure thing. Siri smiles and nods her head cheerfully. I can't deny wanting to walk with her as well. I look at my watch and check the time. It's almost 7:45. Shall we meet where we met today then at 7:35?
That's good with me.
So it's settled then. From today onwards, I'll be meeting and walking with a girl on the way to school. It's not something I expect to happen, but I can't complain. In fact, I'm happy. We pass through the school gates and towards the main building, both of us stopping to part ways. I'll see you later, I'll see you later then, Siri. Lunch, right?
Sure. Lunch it is.
I head down the path towards my class, with my plans for the day pretty much settled. Lunch bell stops ringing just as I make my way out of the classroom. Our teacher lets us out early. I'm pretty sure she's enthusiastic about the lessons as we are. I move my way through the corridor and unsurprisingly find someone waiting for me.
Hello.
Hey Siri, shall we get going to the cafeteria then?
Can we stop by the library first? I need to return a book.
She wants to go to the library? I'm not against it. I wasn't really that hungry anyway. Yeah, Sure. Speaking of books, I started reading that book you gave me. I've really been liking it so far.
That's good.
Siri smiles and turns her head into my direction.
Would you like to go to the library with me?
She sounds anxious, even more than normal. I thought we were already going to the library.
Not this one. The one in the city.
She wants to go to the city? With me? Sure. I can't keep myself from stuttering. Moments ago, Siri just invited me out to the city. That's quite a direct thing to be asking for someone she only been friends with for mere days. Siri holds a deep blush on her cheeks, and I too can't help myself from getting a bit tense.
Thank you.
We walk down the corridor in unison, only our footsteps audible as we keep the state of silence between us. Stepping through the door of my house, I'm greeted by a sense of warmth, both in the physical and metaphorical sense. The heater is turned up pretty high, but my mother had seen me entering and greets me. How was school, son? It was good, I guess. It wasn't just good. I know for a fact that it was good. I practically bagged a date with Siri, in a sense, though I don't think she sees it as that way. She probably hopes it was that way, though. I'm betting 10 to 1. I've only known her for 2 days, so there's no point in getting giddy about it. That's great to hear. My mother wanders off and continues upstairs to carry on with whatever she was doing. I take off my shoes and stroll into the lounge with a slump. One thing about school is that it sure is pretty tiring. Ahead of me sits my father lying back in a chair reading a book. He lifts his head and peers towards me, giving me a prodigious grin. Hello, my boy. Seems like you've had a pleasant day at school, am I right? That smile on your face tells me everything, you know. No doubt he spotted my upbeat aura. It's not as I'm trying to hide it. Yeah, you could say I had a nice day. Tell me then, son. I need to know. He sits down the book on the floor beside him and sits toward to engaging himself in our conversation. Oh, it's nothing. I was just going somewhere with a friend on the weekend. I say the weekend, but Siri never gave me a date as to when she wanted to go. I'll just have to ask her. A friend? What sort of friend? Is it a girl? Straight on to the girls as always. I can't say that I never considered the topic before. Siri, of course, is a girl. A rather nice one too, though I don't know whether telling my father would be the most ingenious of ideas. He'll just keep asking questions until he gets to see her. That's what I would expect him to do anyway. No, say it's a girl. Oh, it's a girl. A girl? Well, congratulations, my boy. I was waiting for the day where you start dating girls. It's not a date, it's just a day out. I'm not really sure what it is. She told me she wants to go to the library with her, but surely she must be planning something more than that. It still counts, my boy. I hope you make the most of it. His words only partially make it into my head, and he's always been like this. I take another look at him and realize he's reading a book. He's a publisher after all, so I guess his job is to check over things presented to him. The print on the book and the cover looks familiar. I noticed the author's name and realized what the connection is. That's the same author as... Same as what, my boy? The book Siri gave me. Going by the condition of the book she gave me, she must really like his work. A girl I'm meeting with on the weekend, she really likes the author's work. I really don't know what's the best way to put it, but I don't think telling my father and I don't think telling my father will really achieve anything. I should have kept it to myself. Why don't you tell me, son? I'm good friends with this guy. He always makes me read his books before I sell them. I don't even like romance. Siri does though. Maybe getting her a copy would be a good idea. She gave me a gift after all. Even if I only lent it, I may as well return the favor. Would it be okay if I lent a copy? Lend one? Just take the whole pile. He gave me too many copies for the damn thing. Instead, I only take one from the top of the pile. My father always has a way to make things absurd. Good thinking, my boy. I'm sure she'll enjoy that. It's always best to get on their good side. Oh dear God. For once, I agree with him. Giving her a gift wouldn't be a bad idea, no matter what the reason behind it. Alright, thanks, Dad. Don't thank me. Thank the guy who thinks it's funny to deliver me a ton of books every 2 months. With that, I leave the room and head towards the stairs, reflecting on what just happened. It was pretty lucky that... It was a pretty lucky thing to be able to get this book for Siri. The chances of it happening were pretty slim, but my father being a publisher definitely helps in a way. Excuse me. I wonder if his company published the book Siri gave me. I never actually checked. I make my way to my room, planning to give Siri a call once inside. We really need to make arrangements for a trip. Nothing changed. It's still the same messy state as it's always been. I'm in my bedroom once again, and shortly I'll be on the phone with Siri for the second time this week. Just like anything else, my phone is where I left it. I pick it up and find Siri in my contacts list and proceed with the call. The phone rings as I idly wait for her to pick up.
Hello?
Siri answers the phone as I expected her to. It would have been weird if someone else did. I need to get straight to the point. We didn't come to an agreement as to when we were going to meet for our trip. All I know is that we're going to the library. Hey Siri, how are you? I start with conversing with her. Speaking to her is something I enjoy doing, so when given a chance to embrace the opportunity, I will certainly take it.
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good too, especially since I get to speak to her. About our trip, we never made any plans, did we?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, really. Any particular day you're planning on going? I realized I could have just asked her tomorrow. Maybe I just wanted to hear her voice for one more time today. It's a beautiful melody. Also, I very much like the background music of this game.
What about Saturday? Is that fine with you?
Yeah, Saturday's good. What time should we meet?
Could you meet me where we met on the way to school at 10 a.m.?
Certainly. That's settled then. Siri and I will meet this Saturday. Our Saturdays are entirely free. We'll follow the British curriculum we follow the British curriculum after all. Which is good since we get to do things like this.
I'll lead you there. You just moved here, didn't you?
I did. Thanks, Siri. I appreciate it. I would have followed her anyway. It was her idea to go, plus it's Siri. Why wouldn't I? Some muffled calls from Siri's name are audible in the background as Siri remains in silence. She must still be flustered after I thanked her.
Sorry, I need to go to dinner. I don't think I'll be able to call you back.
I hear her whimper through the end of the line. I guess she's upset as I am having to end this call early and abruptly. Don't worry, Siri. We'll meet again on the way to school tomorrow, yes?
That's right. I'll see you then.
Bye, Siri.
Bye.
The line goes silent as Siri hangs up. With that done, I guess I'll have to find something to do. Karu, dinner's ready. There we go. I need to go to dinner too. Both my parents sit at the dinner table, but it seems as if my sister hasn't made her way down yet. That girl sure is busy. Doesn't she have any respect? It's dinner time, a wonderful family bonding session. Leave her alone, she's busy with schoolwork. Don't you want her to do well in her studies? I do. Yes, you're right, darling. Come here, buddy. You want up? Come on. Sorry, my dog just hit my mic. Come on. The pair chow down on their sausage and mashed potatoes. I guess my mother cooked some traditional English food today. Carlo, I heard you were having a good time on the phone. Who were you speaking to? It's probably that girl who was talking about earlier. Ain't that right, son? You were eavesdropping on me? I just heard a few things, that's all. Well, whatever you were saying, I'm glad you managed to make it to dinner this time. Guess it's a wonderful family bonding session. That's right, boy. I'm glad you finally learned it, unlike someone in this household. She's doing schoolwork. Oh yeah, I forgot. How this guy manages to run a company, I'll never know. I continue to eat my food as my parents start discussing topics that aren't any of interest to me. My sister eventually makes her way downstairs and sits beside me at the table. Bangers and mash? Again? What's wrong with traditional English food? I didn't travel there just for the women, you know. My mother laughs at my father's statement. Why can't we have curry? We have curry as often as we have this. I finish the last of my meal and stand up in order to put my plate in the sink. With that done, I guess I have the rest of the day to do whatever I like. After I finish my homework, anyway. I head towards the stairs again to retreat up to my room. Before I make it, my sister calls out to me. Carlo, can you help me with some questions later? I don't really want to. Sure thing. Rays of light and the sound of chirping birds enter my room as I pull back my curtain. Outside, the weather isn't anything short of what I asked for. A beautiful day, something which I can surely enjoy. It's still fairly early according to my brand new alarm clock sitting at the side of my desk, because remember he broke the other one. Getting up this time would usually give me a sour feeling. However, today I have something to motivate me. The thought of Siri's silky braids caressing her beautiful rose-tinted cheeks as it waits for me, basking in the sunlight, is wonderful. Lately, she had an alluring aura which I can't find myself resisting. I'll be meeting her at 10, but I need to have some time to get ready and spruce myself up. Oh, okay, so I guess that's Saturday. She told me to give her the book today rather than at school. It's been a few days since I mentioned it. I assumed she would have wanted it as early as possible. Perhaps she just wanted two things to look forward to. No matter the reasons behind it, my fingers tighten around it as I stare down at the cover. She may be excited to receive it, but I'm just excited to give it to her. Footsteps echo from behind me as the door to my room opens. I turn to find my mother standing in the doorway. You're up early. Is there something you're Is there something special going on today? Yeah, I'm meeting someone in town. Didn't Dad tell you? No, not that I remember. If I did, then I didn't pay attention. You know how he gets. I would have thought she would have been pretty interested to hear the details. Anyway, I'm just about finished breakfast. You can tell me more about it then. Oh, and wake up your sister too. I just went in there, but she's probably went straight back to sleep. It's a Saturday. Can't she just let her sleep in? Most other school kids in Japan would kill to have a Saturday mornings free. Because believe it or not, some schools in other countries especially have school every day of the week, including Saturdays and Sundays. We're just lucky since we go to a school which follows the curriculum of another country. Alright. I oblige anyway, just to get my mother out of my room. It still takes me a few minutes to get ready. Even though it's only 8 o'clock, I still want to be set to get straight out the door to see Siri as soon as possible. After doing my shoelaces, I walk out to the hall and give a knock on my sister's bedroom door. get up. Ugh. Fine. The sounds of bedsheets being tossed about, along with the moans of agony and despair, creep through the crack beside my feet. She really isn't a morning person. At least she's out of bed now. I head back down towards the end of the corridor and approach the descent to the ground floor. Time to have breakfast, something I rarely do on a Saturday. Excuse me. Toast. That's what I smell when I sit down at the dining table, ready to tuck in. It's not the most elegant of dishes. The concept of cooked bread is quite plain. You cannot compare it to a fulfilling traditional English breakfast, but a slice of toast is certainly fine every now and then. My sister joins me soon, scraping the chair across the hardwood floor next to me. She apathetically examines the toast before her, putting it in her mouth soon after, a move which bars her from joining the typical morning commotion. So, Karu, who are you meeting then? Is it that girl you were on about it? Wait, it's that girl you're on about, isn't it? You should really bring her home one of these days. Hell, I don't even know her name. Her name is Seirdwyn. Oh, so I see. My father goes back to eating his toast. However, my mother continues to converse with me. I'm glad you're making friends, Karu. As if she couldn't make me sound like any more of a loner. Oh yeah, son, do you remember that book I gave you? Wait, do you remember to pack that book I gave you? Of course I did. That's my boy. A quick glance at the clock on the wall tells me it's approaching 9:45. I ought to set off. I don't have to leave this early, since it's only a short walk away from my house. However, getting to see Siri just a little bit longer will probably do me some good. I bet she'll be there early too. I wave goodbye to my parents, both of whom continue to eat their breakfast and discuss trivial topics which don't necessarily concern me. A cold breeze meets my face as I open the door and step out into the world. Soon enough, in my sight, I catch Siri. Blonde braids swaying softly in the wind as she twiddles her thumbs and waits for me. She hasn't noticed me approaching yet, but soon she will. I don't think I'll be able to cover her eyes and surprise her. As I approach her, something weird is made apparent. She's still wearing her school uniform, even though it's Saturday. I have to admit, it does look good on her, but I was hoping to see her wearing something casual. Maybe I should ask her about it? She turns her head towards my direction and finally takes notice of me, looking visibly startled, even though I'm still nowhere near her yet. My hand glides through the wind as I wave to her, slowly but surely making my way beside her. Hey, Siri.
Hello?
How long have you been waiting for? I know she would arrive before me, but I wouldn't want her to have waited for too long.
Oh, not long.
That's good. She could just be saying that to make me less concerned, but I'll trust her on it.
Shall we get going then?
Siri takes the initiative to give me her trustful response. Yes, I'd love to. Siri blushes at my answer. I really do want to go on the trip with her. Wait, Siri. I'm not really sure whether this is a good time to give it to her, but it's agonizing to keep waiting. I really want her to have it. I have something for you. Pulling the book out of my coat, I present to Siri in a similar fashion as when she presented hers to me. Maybe not in such a passionate way as she did, but the passion is certainly there within my fingertips. Siri stands still, taken back. She curiously peers towards the book, reaching out and tracing it with her fingertip, with the tip of her index finger. She softly brushes mine in the process, going red after the surface of our fingers meet one another.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. She looks towards me and our eyes meet. Her amber irises shimmer in the morning light, which are too soon diverted back towards the book with my hands.
Can I really have this?
Of course, it's a present. You can keep it. Siri tightens her fingers around the book, once again brushing her smooth skin against mine. This time, she doesn't apologize. However, she can't help but blush once more as her cheeks bloom like a rose in the spring.
How did you know I liked this author?
Well, they wrote the book you gave me before. It's quite worn, so I assumed you read it multiple times. Anyway, let's get going. I wouldn't want to miss the train.
You're right.
Siri and I walk towards the station side by side. In a way, she's acting as my guide, as I still don't know my way around. I can't help but take a few glances at her whenever possible. She herself does the same, peering towards me from time to time. The trip into the city wasn't long, but it sure was enjoyable. Siri and I didn't converse much, but it wasn't as either of us was uninterested in each other. An enjoyable silence. Siri takes me through the city, trying to stay close to me as she can, despite her taking the lead. It's confusing, sure. I wouldn't be one to argue against it.
We're almost there.
She continues to weave through the urban sprawl as we make our way towards the library as she planned on... wow. Good Lord, Carter, please. Our way towards the library she planned on visiting. The way she walks is quite cute in its own way, as she takes small dainty strides, making light footsteps which tap quietly against the pavement. Finally, she stops and turns towards me, almost making me bump into her.
Sorry.
She looks visibly upset about the ordeal, so I calm her down as always. It's alright, Siri.
Okay. Anyway, we're here now.
I look to my left to see a modern building with signage designated it as the town's public library. The exterior is fairly clean, so perhaps it's newly built. Sorry.
The stonework was pretty. Though, this one is good too.
Siri gives me thoughts on the building, confirming my suspicions on the date of construction. It's no surprise, urban areas are always changing. Shall we go inside?
Sure. You should have brought your uniform. They give discounts to students.
So that's why she's wearing it. Certainly it would be simpler for her to say she is a student anyway. Though pretending to be a regular high schooler on the Japanese curriculum works too, even though she looks far from it. I wasn't planning on buying any books anyway. Even if I wanted to, I'd take it out on a lease anyway. As a pair, we make our way inside the building. We are greeted to the warmth of the heating, alongside the traditional smell of books you'd expect in a library. There's a public library near me, but it's been literally, years since I've been in there.
I just want to look around. I probably won't get anything. I have the one you gave me after all.
Siri's cheeks glow a bright shade of crimson as she states the fact to me. Maybe the actual fact of the matter is that she wasn't planning on going to the library. She just wanted to invite me out? Well, it's a possibility. I want to do more with her, but just coming here is enough. Seeing her cute demeanor on the weekend is a treat in and of itself. The two of us stroll through the library together, with Siri taking me between the bookshelves as she scans for anything that might pique her interest. I can't help but watch her eyes dart from shelf to shelf as she looks keenly at the covers of each book. She finally reaches out towards something and fully clasped the book into her grip. Found something?
It's a book about gardening. I like flowers, so I thought it would become another hobby.
How many hobbies does this girl have?
We could get going now if you'd like. I can't find any books that would top the one you gave me.
If it isn't already obvious enough that she freaking likes him. Siri shoots me a smile, one which pierces my heart. She guides me towards the digital checkout, in which she swipes the book and places it within a bag. It's strange to think that even libraries have self-service nowadays. The world is changing for sure. Yeah, not always for the better. I don't know. I wouldn't say call me old-fashioned, but anytime, any grocery store I go to now, whether it be Giant Eagle, Target, Walmart, they all have self-checkouts now. I make it a point, though, always to still use the checkouts that actually have people in them. I could go on a big rant about this, but I always feel it's a way of showing support for people having jobs. Because whether people and stores like to admit it or not, yes, it might be more convenient. And they could probably come up with 10 to 15 to 20 different reasons of why self-checkouts are better for the future. But they're taking away people's jobs. The Walmart near me, you know how many cash registers stations they took out to put those self-checkouts? I'm just saying. It's strange to think that libraries even have self-serving nowadays. The world sure is changing.
Shall we go then?
Yeah, let's. Side by side, Siri and I walk out of the library. Both the books in her bag because it causes it to sway as she takes step after step. We come to find ourselves outside of the library since neither of us had really planned on doing anything afterwards.
My horoscope said today would be a good day.
Your horoscope? For some reason, Siri brings up her horoscope. Not that I mind, but it's a pretty abstract topic to bring up out of the blue. Well, what is it?
It was.
Siri eagerly exclaims the fact, causing her to blush. Alongside her, I also go red. I would never have thought that I would have thought so much Has thought I could have brought so much satisfaction to someone. When is your birthday anyway, Siri? I ask her simply because I want to know more about her. If I don't know her birthday, how am I supposed to get her a present?
My birthday? September 3rd. I'm a Virgo.
Pisces, February 20th. My birthday was just actually a few days ago. A few days ago of me recording this. So her birthday wasn't even that long ago. Well, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. When's yours?
She wants to know my birthday as well? May as well tell her. Tell Siri your birthday number and month. Tell Siri your birthday, number of month. Number of month, okay, so... My birthday's on the... my birthday's on the 2nd.
Oh, I'll add it to the calendar on my phone.
I think I probably did that wrong. Speaking of phones, I really need to I really need a contact picture of Siri. Well, I just want a photo of her, but still. Siri, can I take a photo of you for your contact picture?
What?
Knew that was gonna happen. Siri looks shocked at my statement and moves herself back slightly, but it doesn't stop me from bringing my phone up and taking the shot. Her expression in the photo isn't a happy one, but she still looks pretty cute. I'll keep it.
I don't like having my photo taken.
Come on, you look good in it. Turning my phone screen to face Siri, I show her the photo. She still doesn't look particularly happy about it, but I don't think she's angry.
Alright, I'll let you keep it. But only because it's you.
Her statement takes me back. Siri herself seems pretty composed about it, albeit blushing slightly. Anyway, is there something you'd like to do?
Anything else? I'm not sure. Have you got any ideas?
Well, I asked her since I really didn't come up with anything else myself, although with a bit of thought, it shouldn't be that hard to find something to do. Have a look around. Go home? No! Have a look around town. How about we have a look around town for a bit? I wouldn't want to go home early. Siri nods her head in agreement, making her reddened cheeks more noticeable.
Me neither.
We walk together, heading away from the library without a sense of direction. We end up somewhere. Both of us just wanted to spend more time with the other. Bebe. Siri's braids rest over her shoulders, brushing against her body as each luxuriant strand gleams in the sunlight. It's a nice sight, but I do wonder what she would look like with her hair down. Time flows forward as Siri and I wander around town together at a tempered pace. We look within the windows of stores and occasionally make comments on what we see. Siri slows to a halt as we stroll by another store. This is the first store that has gotten her mesmerized, so I turn to face the store as well. A music store. Siri stares at the building as if enchanted by its aura. By the looks of it, it's been here quite a while. It has a traditional sign and printed glass which has worn over the years. Excuse me. Beyond the glass, though, is the thing I can only assume Siri is fascinated by. She takes steps towards the window, closing herself in on it. Her palms meet the glass as she touches the window, almost in awe. Behind it is a large, golden-trimmed harp. The polish on the wood mirrors Siri's enthralled face as it stands before her grandiously, staring back at her. You can play the harp, can't you? Siri moves her face away from the glass, turning to face me, but still maintaining her upbeat expression, one of pure happiness.
I'm glad you remember. But I wasn't looking at the harp.
You weren't?
No. That gramophone on the level below it? I've never seen one before.
To think that she was enthralled by a piece of outdated technology when there was the best looking harp I've ever seen sitting right before her. I'm not blaming her on it though.
The harp I own. It's much grander than that one.
How rich is this girl? Sure, you need money to get into our school, but a harp like that's bound to cost thousands. Siri and I turn around, with her seemingly satisfied with the amount of gramophone exposure she has received. A brief glance at my watch tells me it's getting pretty late. Despite wanting to stay with Siri for longer, I wouldn't want to worry my parents either. If my dad calls me, he might ask to speak with her if he can tell she's there. Siri, it's getting pretty late. Shall we head home?
Okay.
With that, the two of us walk together towards the same station we arrived at. Siri seems as happy as I am about this trip, with her lips still curled softly into a smile as the setting sun shines upon her. The sky is noticeably darker than before as we walk through the street where we first met. Today certainly was enjoyable, both of us finding satisfaction just by being with each other. And this, guys, is where we are going to leave it. Guys, please remember that if you do like these visual novel games I play, and you do like this one we are playing right now, please remember to leave a like and let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any other visual novel games you might like to see me play, let me know in the comments down below. I'm always open to suggestions, as well as suggestions of any other games in general you might like to see me play. Once again, let me know in the comments down below. But guys, I will see you next time. Please remember that if you are new to the channel, to remember to hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, make sure you hit that bell button. Make sure to turn on all notifications, so that way YouTube can hopefully, when it decides to work, and not screw over its creators. Sorry, little resentment there. Hopefully it'll let you know when I post a video. But yeah, guys, that's it. And as always, you know, back and forth with the likes and comments always helps out the channel in general as well, so it'd be very greatly appreciated. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. As always, peace, love, and chicken grease. 04L. I'll see all my Spock watchers later. As always, welcome to my main. Dear God, dog, I wish you'd stop farting. And I'll see you guys later. As always, and forever.